Thank you so much and good morning. Thank you so much, Her Excellency, the EU Ambassador, the Namibian Delegation, Director of Parks, Wildlife in the Ministry of Environment, Tourism and Forestry, Mr. Bernard Kaure, representative of the different European embassies in Namibia, my colleagues, NACSO members, and the community-based natural resource invited stakeholders, members of the media. Thank you so much for coming. Let me first start to take this opportunity to thank the EU delegation in Namibia for your continued support to our program, the CBNRM program and our conservancies and our communities out there in the rural areas. The financial support of the 2 grants that the ambassador just mentioned demonstrate our mission as NACSO to further enhance the issue of governance, especially within civil society, but also to strengthening the institutional mechanisms within our conservancies in the rural areas. But I also want to add is a way of enhancing democratization of our country, not just in urban areas, but also in rural areas. So thank you for continuing that support. I just want to mention a few areas that this project will make some impacts, where we are going to try and implement some of the activities, some of them already mentioned by the Honorable Ambassador. The there are actually 3 main areas that I'm going to concentrate on. The first one is the effective information sharing mechanism through communication to strengthen our conservancy community voices. We are going to have, and we do have, and we have over the years managed to create what we call regional associations. These are an accumulation of our conservancies in the rural areas to try and organize and have a network for them in the 7 in the regions. So we are going to try and increase the community's contribution, not just to have a voice, but to make sure that they contribute effectively to our CBNRM policies. That's the first thing. The other one is also to make sure that they influence international laws. We found that a lot of these laws are made, but there's just no consideration looking and hearing what our communities in rural areas are all about, especially when it comes to livelihoods and their daily activities. We signed these agreements, which is actually very well meant, but we forgot that we also have indigenous communities and local people that are affected and impacted by some of these laws. The other area that we want to also engage on is just to engage within our program at the national level with all our stakeholders. And the second part of this financing will go into improving the relationship between us and our government. Our partner here will be the Ministry of Environment, Tourism and Forestry. We have been working, but we want to strengthen that relationship. But also strengthening general civil society and government. And I'm happy that we also going to have a strong engagement with Parliament around these issues, because they are the decision makers and policy makers. The third one is to strengthen support to NACSO, which is the association that we represent. It's to improve our programmatic coherence, coordination, making sure that the needs of the communities are actually addressed through delivering services to those communities. And we do that through our thematic working groups, and that's what we want to continue doing. But also creating an enabling environment for communities to engage constructively, openly, having discussions and debates. That's what a healthy democracy is all about, is engaging and do this constructively. So in the next 36 months, as the duration of the project, NACSO will not just be implementing this all by themselves. We will do this with our stakeholders, government, civil society, other civil society stakeholders, And also, I just want to mention with COVID-19, we might have to go further than just our normal stakeholders to engage. So these are the main 3 areas that I wanted to emphasize. There will be some other trickling that will go down to the communities as part of this project. So thanks for the support again, and we are looking forward to enhance the capacities of those communities through the work that we are already doing. Thank you so much, Ambassador.